You feel that pressure in the market right now, don't you? That feeling of just pick a direction already. Well, we are exactly there. If I had to summarize this market in one word, it's a pressure cooker. Inside, the liquidity fire is burning hot, while outside, geopolitical tension is clamping down on the lid. But here is the danger. Before the pot explodes, the market makers want to release some steam, which means they want to shake you out of your position. Today, we are exposing the Fed's backdoor money printing, the massive squeeze on Bitcoin's Bollinger Bands, and why the current depression in altcoins is actually your biggest opportunity. Most importantly, I will tell you why a crash to 84,000 might be the ultimate buy signal. Grab your coffee, sit back. This is Bahoretti, where we decode the finance world. Smash that subscribe button and let's dive in. Guys, let's look at the big picture, the source of the money. The news tells you they are fighting inflation, but behind the scenes, it's a different story. The US Federal Reserve is essentially doing QE. They aren't calling it that, but through treasury buybacks, they are injecting massive liquidity into the system through the back door. And it's not just the US, China, Japan, the UAE. Almost everyone except France is expanding their money supply. Why? Because the smart money knows what's coming in 2026. They are predicting a massive debt crisis and geopolitical chaos. That is why big investors are fleeing paper money and moving into real assets, gold, silver, and of course, digital gold, Bitcoin. Speaking of real assets, we need to make a critical distinction. Gold is showing pure strength. Even above 4,000, institutions are raising their targets. This isn't a bubble. It's a central bank demand. However, I have a warning for silver. My notes are clear on this. Silver is showing signs of saturation and a short-term bubble. Remember the recent Black Monday. Precious metal took a hit and silver dropped nearly 12%. My strategy, it might be smart to take profits on silver here and rotate into gold or cash. The party for silver seems over for the short term. Now, let's talk about the king, Bitcoin. Look at this chart. The Bollinger Bands are experiencing a historic squeeze. The spring is loaded. Historically, this kind of compression always leads to a violent explosion. But wait, don't FOMO in just yet. Why did Bitcoin get rejected at 90,000? Simple, greed. We saw a massive spike in open interest and leverage. Market makers cannot send the price up with all these free riders on board. They need to flush the leverage first. Technically, here is what I'm watching. Before the real rally begins, we might see a liquidity sweep down to 86,000 or even 84,000. They want to hunt your stop losses. But look at the on-chain data. Whales are not selling. They are accumulating to these levels. This isn't a crash. It's a cleanup operation. I know, altcoin investors are in pain right now. Ethereum is forming a scary head and shoulder pattern on the daily. If we close below 2800, we could flush down to 2400. This is the risk on the table. But let's flip the script. Look at the psychology cycle. The altcoin market is currently in the depression phase. This is the point of the maximum financial opportunity. This is where people give up. And history teaches us one thing. You make the most money when everyone else saying crypto is dead. Don't forget that. Once the US stock market stabilizes and USDT dominance hits resistance and breaks down, capital will flow into crypto. The feeling of wanting to quit, that is usually the bottom signal. To summarize, friends, according to Elliott wave theory, Bitcoin appears to be completing its fifth wave, the final dip. Once this is done, the move to the upside will be aggressive and fast. Remember the analogy. The The pressure cooker is about to blow. The biggest risk right now is the getting burned by the steam, getting liquidated on high leverage right before the explosion. Spot holders who have patience and view these drops as discounts will be the winners. So, what do you think? Will we see the wick down to 84k or are we going to straight up? Let me know your strategy in the comments below. If you found value in this analysis, hit that like button and subscribe to join the Bahoretti family. See you in the next video. Stay safe and trade smart.